large scale wargaming. We're going to play a game of Kill Team today. We got a narrative mission on the second Munitorum board. We've got Genestealer Cults versus Thousand Suns. Alex is just going to go through his Thousand Suns team.
Yeah, so
Genestealer Cults team even.
Yeah, Genestealer, they wouldn't touch those heretics. So yeah, this is 100 points exactly. So like Andrew said, Genestealer Cult. I'll run through the specialists first and I'll go through my just random troops. So to start off with, I've got my leader. He's running a bolt gun and I believe I actually gave him a chainsaw, not the power maul, but he's modelled with the power maul. So bolt pistol and chainsword. Then I have a demolitions specialist with the grenade launcher, a heavy specialist with the mining laser, and then my combat specialist is a Genestealer. Then all my normal troops are an aberrant with the power pick and rending claw, two acolytes with hand flamers, cultist knives and rending claws again, and then just 6 basic neophytes with auto guns. So that's my 100-point army there.
Here's my 100 points of Thousand Suns. Start with my leader. He's got a warp flame pistol and his little staff. My specialists, I've got a Zangor, who's my comm specialist with a Brave Horn. I've got Root Marine with a Warp Flamer, who's demolition specialist. And I've got a Twist Bray, who is combat specialist. No, sorry, Zealot. Sorry. My other 3 guys, I've got a Root Marine Gunner with a Soul Reaper Cannon, a Root Marine with a Bolter, a Warp Flame Bolter even, or no, sorry, a Warp Bolter.
Warp Bolter, yeah.
And another Zangor with nothing else. Forgot to mention, this guy also has an Icon of Flame.
Okay, and that's the one that does what, a mortal wound within 12 inches on a 6 or something?
Something like that, yeah, in the psychic phase, yeah.
Some more cheaty Thousand Suns stuff.
Something lovely.
Yeah, so that's both our armies. Like I said, we're doing a narrative play mission, so we'll go through that when we actually set the board up and when we've done our deployment, I guess, and then we'll come back to you at that point. Okay, so we've gone through the deployment for the mission. We're doing the mission, or narrative play mission, at Stowaway. Essentially, you've got an attacker and a defender, so the Genestealer Cult are attacking, they're all deployed on this side, and the Thousand Suns are defending, they've all deployed around here. So the aim of the game is to get my Genestealer Cults to stow away in these Munitorum crates. So all these big ones, I need to get them close to those at the end of the turn.
Yep.
And if they're within an inch of one, they can stow away in it. That guy gets taken off the field. He obviously doesn't count as being out of action, and he just gets me a victory point. Then Andrew needs to use his Thousand Suns to obviously kill my guys before they can stow away. You can't do anything on your first turn though, movement-wise.
Nope.
So I've got the first turn to move, and hopefully get away from some of Andrew's guys that he set up. But Andrew can still shoot at them after that movement. So we've also run on the environment table for this mission. So it came out as a 2, so there's going to be container collapse at the start of every battle round. We're going to roll off, and then if it's a roll of a 1 or a 2, then you randomly determine the battlefield edge. All models within 3 inches of that edge suffer a mortal wound? A single mortal wound, yeah. So anything near the edges could be crushed by a container. So what we'll do then is we'll go into the Genestealer's movement phase. Obviously I've got to do some cult ambush stuff on them first, and then do their movement phase, so we'll go through that first. Okay, so I've just gone through the cult ambush. So these 2 guys are moving around the left. The Acolyte and the Neophyte have just moved up on this side. And then over here, both these guys have moved over here. So my demolitions guys moved over, hopefully get a bit of a view down the field. And this guy hopefully will stow away. So we'll go into the Genestealer's movement phase. Okay, so that's the end of the movement phase. So we've had everyone essentially moving up a bit, moving forward. A couple of advances there. So we've got, well, I say 1 advance actually. The rest just moved, and then the other guy over here is readied up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the Genestealer here to charge into the Warp Bolter guy over there. So if you want to do your reaction, if you want to overwatch, if you can.
I can't react in first turn.
They can't at all, can you?
Can't move and react.
No, so I've got just free reign to try and charge this guy.
Yep.
Okay, it's a bit iffy. So let's try the charge roll. He does get to re-roll because he's a Genestealer, but that's actually enough to get in. So we'll move him in. Okay, so going to the shooting phase, I'm going to use the mining laser here to shoot over into the sorcerer. What are they called? Are they actually sorcerers or something else?
Sorcerer Supreme.
Okay, so he's going to use his mining laser on Doctor Strange over there. I'm going to spend 2 command points to add 1 to his hit rolls for models that are obscured. So he'll be hitting on 4s, essentially, I guess, because it'll be 5s because he's obscured, then back down to 4 with that. So it's a heavy 1 shot hitting on 4s. Oh, right, so he missed that. Okay, I'm going to get the Acolyte here. He's going to use his hand flamer into the Ruby Marine here. So it's D3 shots. So there's 1 shot. It's an auto hit, it's strength 3, so it's going to be wounding on a 5. That's a 6. No AP.
No AP, damage 1?
Just 1 damage, it's a flamer, so it's a 2 up. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to fire the grenade launcher over into the Ruby Marine over here again. It's going to be hitting on 5s, but it's D6 shots first, so how many shots? 3. In for 5s. Got 1. And it's going to be a 5 to wound. That is a wound, it's no AP. 1 damage, so it's going to be a 2 up.
Again.
Yep. Okay, so then we're going to get the Neophyte here to shoot into that Ruby Marine again. He's in rapid fire range. And he's going to be hitting on 4s. 1 hit. No wound.
Roll 2 dice, yeah, okay, now ready.
Yep, go on.
Okay, this guy is going to fire his Warp Flamer at him. Spend 1 command point on the tactic Hungry Warp Flame, which lets me roll 2 dice when I'm determining the amount of shots he gets and take the highest result. So I'm going to roll off the amount of shots I get. So 6
hits.
Yep, he automatically hits. I'm rolling to wound. He is toughness 3, and that's 4. So that means I'm wounding on a 3+. He's a demolition specialist, which means he gets +1 to wound against people who are obscured. So he's a score for that, so I'm actually wounding on 2s. That is 4 wounds.
4? Oh yeah,
4 2s. Yeah, 4 wounds, and it's AP -2 for a Dale Flamer. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, so it's...
Warp Flamer is AP -2.
Yeah, so an injury roll in.
Yep, so just 1 injury roll. 4, that's action, isn't it?
Yes, that goes... This seems to always happen, as my mining laser always goes first. Okay, so the Neophyte here with his auto gun is going to fire into the Zangor here.
Twist Spray.
Twist Spray?
Yeah,
So is that not just a Zangor?
He is, but he's like the sergeant angle.
Alright. So it's going to be 2 shots, and he's going to be hitting on 5s because he's obscured. And nothing hits.
Good.
Okay, so we actually forgot to do the psychic phase with the 1000 Suns. So this guy has the Icon of Flame.
Yep, so if I roll a 6, it does a mortal wound to the closest guy within 12 inches, which I don't get.
Okay. So what's he doing?
The sorcerer is going to use
Cybolt
on him.
onto the Acolyte here.
So this is the closest target who's within 18 inches. So I did a 5+. Sorry, and visible.
Yeah, 18 invisible.
So 5 up, yep, 6. So that goes through. I think it's just one mortal wound.
So he's dead then, yeah?
Yeah, mortal, so
right, it's an injury roll.
Yeah.
So he's flesh wound.
Okay, so my Ruby Marine gunner is going to fire a Soul Reaper cannon at this.
That's the Acolyte.
Acolyte. So it's out of half range, so it's hitting on 4s. Yeah, 3 hits. It is strength 5.
Toughness 3, so you're looking for 3s.
Yeah, 3s.
4 3 wounds.
The AP is -3.
Okay, so injury roll.
Injury roll. Flesh wound.
2, so it's flesh wound. Okay, so my Acolyte is going to use his hand flamer into the Ruby Marine there. So it's D3 shots. So he's doing 1 shot. It's an auto hit, so we're looking for a 5 to wound. That is a wound.
2 up save.
Oh, okay. And then the injury roll on that one. I assume they don't have 2 wounds.
That's 1 wound.
So that's a flesh wound. Okay, so going into combat, we're going to have the Genestealer attacking the Ruby Marine there. So he has 3 attacks base, plus 1 for him being the combat specialist in this army. And he'll be hitting on 3s. So That's not brilliant. One hit, that's terrible. So his strength is going to be 4.
Toughness 4.
So looking for 4s. There's a 3, so nothing happened. So fight back.
I got 1 attack, hitting on 3s. Yep, hits. Strength 4.
Yeah, toughness is, I think, 4 on these guys. Yeah, it's 4.
Right, so 4 to wound. No wound.
Okay. Okay, so the morale phase, we don't have anything that can currently fail. I only have 1 guy out, and these guys are bunched together a bit there, so they're getting -1 to their morale roll anyway. I've just had 2 guys here disappear. They've climbed into these 2 crates, and one of the guys over here has climbed into that crate. So I've got 3 guys get me 3 victory points. And what we'll do is we'll roll the initiative for the next turn. So Genestealers are getting 12, okay, against 4. So Genestealers have the initiative. Okay, so we're just going to roll off to see if anything happens with the environment with falling crates. So on a 1 or a 2.
Nope.
Nope, nothing happened. So I'm going to get to my aberrant here to charge into the Ruben Marine here with the flamer.
I'm going to react and fall back.
Yep.
3 inches. Back to back to make sure I actually get the right bit.
There we go. So what was an 8-inch charge will now be what, 11-inch charge?
Should be something like that. Yep.
Yeah.
10 inches more like, because you've got to be within 1 inch.
Oh, the 1 inch, so 10-inch charge. Let's see if we can pull that off. Nice, that's a 3-inch.
You have to pull
so
that off.
I'll move him his 3 inches up. We'll come back. Okay, so this acolyte is going to make a charge at the guy who's just retreated. It's going to be a 5-inch charge to get him in within 1 inch. And that just gets him in. Rawr. Okay, so that's the end of the Genestealer movement phase there. So we've moved this guy around to the corner of the building there. He's moved up there. Obviously the aberrant who failed his charge has moved up his 3 inches there. The acolyte that was here is now there. And then we've got this guy who went to try and get into the crate. He's readied up. And we've got 2 guys in combat. Genestealer still in there. So we'll go into the Thousand Suns movement phase.
Right, this Zangor is going to charge at this guy, and he's using a cheaty tactic against me.
Yep, so I'm using unnatural senses, and that lets me use Overwatch on a target even if I can't see that charging model. So it's rapid fire because he's in half range, but so we're looking for 6s on Overwatch. No, nothing.
Good.
So we'll do the charge roll.
5
inches, so that should be in there. Definitely.
My twist spray is going to charge at this guy.
So here we'll do his Overwatch. Nothing. That's it. Okay, so that's the Thousand Suns movement phase done. So this guy retreated. Obviously the Zangor has charged in there. The Sorcerer moved from the corner there around this way, I assume, so you can get a good view on this guy. The charge over here for the other Zangor, and then the Comms Zangor has moved forward there. I'm calling them all Zangor, I know one of them's a brave one. And then your heavy guy has just, what?
The Horn's the Brayhorn, he's a twist bray.
Oh god, they're all Zangors. And then he's readied up, so we'll go into the start of the shooting phase. No, we won't.
Psychic
we'll
phase.
Go to the psychic phase.
Go around the psychic phase this time.
Yeah, so we're starting with the Icon of Flame.
Yep.
Nope. 5. And then your Sorcerer and
Cyborg.
Cyborg.
Probably going to be hitting him, he looks close. So I'm rolling over here where I've got room. Looking for a 5 up. Yep, goes through. That's just 1 mortal wound against closest guy. So
an injury roll again.
Out of action.
That's an out of action. It's the start of the shooting phase. So I'm going to use the Acidic Spit stratagem with this neophyte into this Twist Bray. There we go. So it's on a 5 up. It does a mortal wound. That's a 1, so nothing happens. Right, so...
Yep, so this gunner is firing a sorry per cannon, and the only guy I can see who's him. He's -1 for range and -1 for being obscured, but he's got +1 from the comms specialist there, so he's hitting on 4s.
Okay.
So, in on 4s is 1 hit. Strength is 5.
Yeah, so toughness 3, so you're winning on 3s.
3, nothing.
Okay. So we've got the neophyte here with his bolt pistol. Is going to shoot into the sorcerer. So he's out in the open, so he's going to be hitting on 4s. That is a hit. It's strength 4, toughness 4, so winning on a 4. That's a 1.
Okay, so my aspiring sorcerer is going to fire his Warflame pistol at him. I've used the Hungry Warflame on his pistol for 1 command point, so I get to roll 2 dice and pick the highest for the amount of attacks. So
Okay, so 5.
So automatically hitting. It is strength. Did I say strength 3? Yeah, strength 3.
Yeah, toughness 3, so you're looking for 4s.
4 to wound.
So
2 wounds, and it's AP minus 2.
So you won't get an armour save because he's got a 5 up armour save.
Okay, so just injury rolling.
So he's dead.
Yeah. That's what I like.
Okay, so we're going to get the Acolyte here to use his hand flamer onto the sorcerer. So it's doing D3 shots. Again, it's rolling well. I think that's every time I've done this, I've got 1. So he's auto hitting. Its strength is 3, so it's a 5 to wound. No wound. Okay, so the neophyte here with the grenade launcher, he's going to fire a crack grenade into the Ruby Marine here. So we're looking for a 5 to hit. Nope.
Go.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to start with hit the Twist Spray. He's my zealot, so he gets +1 to his strength and attacks when he charged. He's also using his Angle Blades, which gives me an extra +1 attack. And because he's the sergeant of the squad being a Twist Spray, it gives him 2 attacks base. That's 4 attacks. He hits on 3+.
Yep.
So all hits. It is normally strength 4, but gets +1 strength on the charge for being a zealot. So obviously strength 5.
So still 3s.
3 to wound. It's 3 wounds. It's AP minus 1 for his Angle Blades.
And that's 3 wounds.
So just 1 injury roll.
Yep.
Just a flesh wound. Right, so this guy is just a normal Zangor, so he's got 1 attack, and Zangor Blades for an extra 1 attack for 2. So he's hitting on 3s. That's 1 hit. And his strength's just 4 for this guy.
So 3s to wound.
3s anyway. No wound.
Okay, so we'll do the fight back with the neophyte here. They normally hit on a 4, so he's hitting on a 5. He has a flesh wound. That is a hit. He's strength 3, so he's wounding on a 5. That's a 1. And the fight back with the neophyte down here. He's not wounded, so he's going to be hitting on a 4. And he misses. Okay, so I've got 3 guys who are currently out of action. This Acolyte needs to do his nerve test. So we'll see what he gets. So that's a 4, plus the 3 guys are out, which brings him up to a 7. That'll be -1 because he's got a guy within 2 inches. So that'll be a 6. And then the neophyte over here.
Assume it's a pass, is it?
Yeah, he'll be under his leadership, yeah.
No. I don't know what leadership is.
Oh, where'd that go? That was a 5. So that's 8, yeah. So that would put him in breaking, so he's now shaken.
Shaking.
Okay, so on to the next battle round. We'll roll for the initiative first. So that's 11 for the Genestealers and 8 for 1,000 Suns. Whilst we're at it, we'll do a roll on the environment table. So it's a 1 or a 2, then a crate will start falling, and no, it doesn't. So everyone's safe. Okay, so I'm going to do a charge with the Genestealer into the Ruby Marine there. So if you want to do your Overwatch.
Yeah, so 2 shots because he's that close. 6s.
Okay, 2 6s.
Yeah, toughness, do you say it's 4?
Toughness 4 on the Genestealers.
Yeah, so 4 ups. 1.
Okay.
AP minus 2.
He definitely has a 5 up invul.
Okay.
I don't know what their actual base save is, but it can't be any better. So 5 up. 2.
How many wounds do you have?
I'm pretty sure he's got 2, so that will just be down to 1
Yeah.
wound. And then we'll do the charge. So 6, that will get him in.
Yeah.
So just double checked it. So the Genestealer actually has 1 wound. So we'll see what the injury roll comes out as.
Stick with that.
So he's out of action.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to get the Acolyte there to join the charge into the. Is that actually his angle, or is he something else?
He's
now?
his angle.
Okay, so he's his angle.
That's just something changed.
All these names. So obviously it's within an inch anyway, or almost. So I don't need to bother rolling.
That flesh wound is that guy's, not the
Yeah, it's not the Zangle, it's his. So he's going to just join in over there. There's no need to roll that, and there's no Overwatch or anything. Okay, so I'm going to get the Aberrant here. He's going to charge into the Root Marine here, so we'll do the Overwatch again, and hopefully we won't get another 2 6s.
1 6s. Oh.
Okay, that's better. And then his charge, so it's 6 inches away. And that's a 4. I might spend a command point to re-roll on that. Yep. So that was a 3 and a
6.
3.
It just gets you in.
Perfect. Well. Okay, so that's the end of the movement phase. So this guy's just come around the corner. I've readied up him. Obviously you've seen the charges, and this guy is shaken so he can't do anything. So we'll do the Thousand Suns movement phase.
Right, I'll just start down here. So these two are stuck in combat, so they've just stayed there. The Common Specialist stayed there, so he can stay within 6 inches of him. He's readied, so he can fire. The leader and the Root Room with Flamers have moved up, so the closest guy is that guy for the Psychic phase, and the Flamers can still reach that guy over there. And the Twist Brace is staying in combat with that guy. So,
Alright, we'll go to the Psychic phase. Okay, so we're going into the Icon of Flame.
Right, 6 up. Yep, so nearest guy takes a mortal wound.
So, injury roll?
Yep. It's +1 for the flesh wound, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's 5, so he's dead.
Yeah, out of action.
Yep, take him out.
Yep. Then my Psyker is going to do on the
His Cybolt, is that into...
closest target. It's probably actually him now, isn't it? Because visible.
Closest visible. So it's either, it's debatable, I don't know if you already pre-measured between those two.
I haven't pre-measured this because I wasn't expecting that to kill that guy. He's obviously within 6 inches and...
I think 5.5.
Is it? I can't tell.
And just from the camera there, maybe a bit further.
I can see more than 6 from mine because of the...
Yeah. Just the...
Ooh. That's a bit of a...
I'm sure that Neo. So,
It's
have you got 3 guys all within the sort of the same distance?
It looks like it. And he's not as visible. I'll go for the most visible, I think.
Being this guy down here?
This guy who's closest. He's closer. He
is, yeah.
Yeah. Stop all the debating.
For a 5, so that's a 5
wound.
up, yep. And injury roll. So that's a 6, so he's dead.
I think Psychic Powers might be a bit broken in this game.
Yeah, so I'm losing... Did I lose 2 guys or just 1 guy to Psychic Powers last turn?
I don't know, you lost someone to Psychic Powers.
Yeah, so I mean I've lost quite a bit in its turn 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was quite a lot there.
Mean?
Yeah. Okay, so I'm spending a command point to get this Neophyte to spit in the face of this Zangul. So on a 5 up. That's a 1, so no, nothing happens there. Okay, so the Neophyte with a grenade launcher is going to shoot into the Ruben Marines over here. Because it is a multi-damage weapon and these two are within, well, they're within an inch of each other. I will try and split some of the shots if I get a decent roll on the D6. So let's see how many shots we get.
It's a decent roll.
That's 6, yeah. So what I might do is I'll do 3 on each of them. There's no real difference between the 2 of them. They both have really annoying psychic powers. So we'll start with the guy with the icon of flame first. So we're hitting on 4s here. So that's a miss, and that's a hit. It's only strength 3, so we're looking for 5s.
4s because you use demos.
Oh, it's demo, yes, it's +1, so nothing there. And then again, we'll do the same into the other one. So 1 hit and no wound. Okay, so this Neophyte's got his pistol, so he's going to take a shot at the Zangul. Looking for a 4, that's a 4. The Zangul is toughness 4, so we're looking for 5s to wound. That is a wound, it's no AP.
5 of them vulnerable.
That's a save. Okay, so we're going to the combat phase and we'll start with the charge. So the Aberrant into the Rubik Marine. So he's got 2 attacks and he hits on 3s. That's 2 hits. His strength is 5 and the power pick is his user strength. So we're looking at 3s to wound. That's 2 wounds. It's at -2 AP and a D3 damage. So he's...
Okay, so...
3 up normally?
-2, so you say?
-2 AP.
-2, so he's 5 up and vulnerable. And D3 means he doesn't get his
D3 doesn't get all his dust, yeah.
So both go through?
Okay.
You just do D3 to get your damage, and then you do that amount of the injury roll.
So I have to roll D3 for each of these, that's 3.
Yep,
then I need to roll 3 for the injury roll, and there's a 6 in there and 2 4s.
So he's out of action.
There we go. I've just consolidated the aberrant. I've moved him this direction because you've got to go towards the closest enemy. I've left him out of an inch so he's not actually in combat, so he can't be hit. Because knowing my dice rolls, he'll somehow lose 2 wounds. And it's just to protect him from the heavy over there, so he's not going to get his shots on there. So we'll go into the fight backs with the 2 Zangors. Okay, right, so it's actually this neophyte needs to do his fight backs. He shot his pistol, but he needs to actually fight. So he has 1 attack, and he hits on 4s. There's a hit. He's strength 3, so looking for 5s. That's a 3, so nothing there.
Okay, that Zangor's going to fight back. He's got 2 attacks because of his blades, and he hits on 3s.
Yep.
2 hits. The strength is 4.
So 3s.
Again. So 1 at -1 AP.
So 6 up. No. So injury roll. And he's out of action.
Really unlucky with these, aren't you? Well,
I'm unlucky that you keep rolling so well. And he's gone.
Solid. Okay, so my Twist Bray is fighting. He's got 3 attacks. He doesn't get his Zealot bonus because he hasn't charged. So he's hit on 3s. That's 2 hits. So strength 4 this time against 3, which is 3s. That's 1 wound at -1 AP.
So we're looking for a 6 up. Nope.
Nope. Injury roll, +1 for the flesh wound. That's a 5.
Yep, so that's in dead.
They are dropping like flies.
Yes.
Can you actually win now?
Right, so morale phase. I have 8 guys who are now dead, and 2 left on the table. So their leadership is going to be 7. So actually, I have to roll a break test first, which is 2d6, and under my leadership.
Yeah, your highest guy, who is...
That's my highest guy, which is 7. So if we do that, so that's a 5. So they've passed that, but then the issue comes down to these guys being on leadership 7 and 8 guys being dead. Essentially, I have to roll a 1 for them to auto-pass.
Yeah,
that's the only way
you don't take nerve tests that haven't broken and they haven't got flesh wounds at the moment.
Oh, that's true, yeah. So
they're fine at the moment, it's just when they do break, you're pretty much screwed.
Yeah, so let's see what a neophyte and a aberrant can continue doing. As it stands, there's no way I can win the game. I've got 3 guys in containers and 8 guys dead and 2 guys left on the table. Obviously, Andrew gets a victory point for each man down on my side. So he's on 8 victory points, I'm on 3, with the only possibility of getting 5 if I can get these guys to stay near the containers and not get shot off the board.
They'll do nothing for a turn.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do is we'll see how much damage these these Genestealers can do. But they haven't done a lot this game, so alright, let's see what happens. So we'll do the initiative roll first. So that's 10 on my side and 6. I get the initiative, but I don't think that's actually helping me.
Yeah. Containers?
6,
no.
so nothing drops. Okay, so I'm going to charge my aberrant past him into the flamer here, who currently can't see him. It's going to be 8 inches I need to get in, so let's see if that happens. That's a 6 and a 1, so that's actually 7, so he's not going to get in there. I'm going to command point that and try again.
I could have reacted. Back off, I forgot.
Do you want to back off? You're making an 11-inch charge.
Well, you got
so
in.
Yeah, that's in. That's a 9-inch charge. So he'll have just got in.
Let's roll a 6 in the psychic phase. It'll be fine.
Yeah, I'm sure he'll get blown off the table in a second with a psi bolt and an icon of flame. So that's the end of the Genestealer movement phase. This guy's readied. He's charged. Let's see if they get killed in the movement and then psychic. So I should just say quickly that we've had the Sorcerer and the Zangor comms guy from over there. They've charged into the aberrant.
Yeah, my Twist Bray advanced from there to there just for something to do.
Yep.
And now he's just readying because there's no point, you can't shoot him.
Yeah, so your heavy's ready at the back, and then we've got this
He's
Zangor.
going to charge into that guy.
Okay, so I'll do my Overwatch. So it's a frag grenade, so D6 shots. He's doing 3 shots. Let's see if we get any 6s. So nothing. So let's see if your charge goes through.
8 inches away. I'm going to command point reroll that. Where can I do that?
Oh, you command point rerolled because you rolled Snake Eyes over there. So
yeah, so I can't actually command point.
Technically, you can't on that one. So he can still move. What did you roll?
Oh, good question. I don't know. I think it was a 5. I'll move him 5 for now.
We'll check it.
Check the camera and move him back if it's not 5.
Okay, right. So psychic phase.
I'm going to use his Icon of Flame.
This will be going on the aberrant.
Yeah.
No.
Sidebolt from the Sorcerer. Ooh,
that is a peril.
Oh, and it's D3 as well. So,
the Aberrant does have 2 wounds. Technically, you can command point rerolls because it's a different phase if you really want.
I suppose.
You only need to get above a 5, don't you?
Yeah. But I can get
but then you
1.
can do. Yeah. But it's D3 wounds.
I'm going to take the perils. It still goes off, doesn't it? It's successful.
Yeah, it does more damage to me and potentially. Is it a mortal wound on you? Or is it?
Let me look up. We haven't.
Alright, we'll look it up and we'll come back. Okay, so we've just had a quick look through what happens. So the Psyker receives D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah.
If he survives it, then
then the power goes off.
The power goes off. If he doesn't
survive it, then each model within 3 inches takes D3 mortal wounds. So my guys will probably get hurt quite a bit, but I still hit the target who I was hitting with the D3 wounds anyway.
You're acting like a corn player right now.
Well, I am a corn player, Mother Arm, so.
Bloody
Either way, so D3 mortal wounds on the Psyker. He's only got 1 wound, so he's actually going to die no matter what happens, now I think about it.
Well, you could get flesh wound. If you can roll in ones, you can just take flesh wounds off him.
Actually, I think I've got power, which can stop him from going out of action.
Well, let's double check that then.
Yeah, double check everything. I'm not sure when it is though.
Is it when he takes his final wound you can...
Ring gunner. Taking out of action.
Has to be a gunner.
Or Rumarine. But he's a sorcerer, so I don't think that counts. Okay. Right, let's just take him out of action, so... D3 wounded him, so he's taken 1 wound.
He's dead. Injury rolls?
Oh yeah,
it takes, how many wounds do you get? So D3, so 3 mortal wounds.
Oh, 3, yeah, they got the injury roll. Just highest on 3.
Yep.
I hadn't done it myself before, so he's out of action.
Yep.
Then D3 wounds on the Flamer guy. That's 2.
2 wounds. They're definitely out of action there.
Oh, these are wounds, are not damage.
So as a mortal wound goes through...
Yeah, and the mana mortal wounds, it's just 1 injury roll.
Okay, so that's 2 injury rolls. Okay, so then we've got the Zangor.
Yeah, so D3 wounds. Yeah, took 3, he's dead. Then 1 injury roll, because it's only 1 damage per wound. Yeah. So he's flesh wounded.
Flesh wound. And that was from your Flamer, wasn't it?
So just 1.
He's just on 1.
Then D3 wounds on your...
On the Aberrant, so he's got 2 wounds, this guy. So that's 2 wounds.
And then just 1 injury roll.
That's out of action, I think.
Yeah, I took the guy out of action.
Because he's got 2 wounds. So you did 1 mortal wound, which would take him down to 1. Another mortal wound that would take him down to 0. And then the injury roll was a 4, so that should have killed him.
So I killed 2 of my own guys and flesh wounded another, but I took the guy I wanted out of action, so I'm happy.
Yeah, so that's a result, isn't it? That's
speed the game along a bit.
Yeah, we're left now with 3 Zangors and a grenade launcher. Yeah. Okay, so after that quite successful turn in the psychic phase, where I managed to kill more Thousand Suns.
Oh, well, you have to admit that in this game, the psychic phase has been the most effective phase.
It has.
All of it.
Things just melt off the table. So what we're left with is a shooting phase, and I've got my guy here with his grenade launcher, and he's got Zangor charging at him. So he's going to do his D6 shots. He's got 5 shots. Now these are going to be hitting on 4s, because the guy is out in the open. So that's 2, 3 hits. They're strength 3, so we're looking for 5s. So that is a wound. It's no AP, so we're looking for a 5 up on that Zangor. And that is a save. So there's nothing else that can actually shoot. We've got the heavy over there, but obviously he can't see the guy on the other side of these barrels, or these boxes. So that's going to be into the shooting phase. Okay, so going to the morale phase, I've got this 1 guy left, so we've got 2d6, and we've got to hope this gets under my leadership, which is 7. So that's a 9, so my army is broken. And if I do a nerve test on him, he needs to get a 1 to pass it.
Oh, yeah,
one's the auto pass, so... no, so he's shaken, so he's not going to be doing anything for the next turn. So there's no break test to be taken for the Zangors. But they do have a flesh wound down here, which needs a nerve test.
So leadership is 6 for that guy? Wait, can I actually fail that? 6?
So his leadership is 6, you count the 3 guys are out of action?
Oh yeah, 9, so he's shaken.
Now is that turn 3? I think we've just finished there.
Stop counting.
Yeah, well, I think it's quite clear that the Thousand Suns have won this game, because it's 4 versus 1 now.
Yeah, I'm out of psychers, I can't kill myself anymore.
Yeah, you've done as much damage as you can to your own army and mine. I'm down on my guys. I'm 9 dead, 3 alive, and one.
3 carrying in crates.
Yeah, there's 3 hiding in crates while everyone dies around them. So that's quite a successful game for the Thousand Suns, it seems. So hope you've enjoyed it. We'll leave it there. There's no point going to the turn, I think. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Now we know how this is going to win. It's he's going to fire a grenade at himself, my guy, and end up killing them all.